Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Padaya Swaha Om Ring Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Padaya Swaha Om Ring Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Padaya Swaha.
Well, namaste, everyone. Welcome to our chanting call, the Skanda Shasti chanting call that's been going on since Tuesday. And this is our third night going into the preparation for Skanda Shasti. So, well, namaste. My name is Padma, and I welcome everyone to this call and thank you for your participation. And I know I see many of you all already active in chat, and I see some familiar names here. Those who are regulars in attending these calls. So I'm very grateful and thankful to be seeing each and every one of you being here, being active in chat, and really welcoming everyone, giving that support that we all need. So that is the main reason for being here. So with that, I welcome you, with a very warm welcome to be open and receptive to whatever that happens during the call. So, with the main purpose of having this call is to prepare ourselves to the Skanda Shasti that is happening on November 4th. So we are actually, this is our third night going into the call, and the call ends on November 3rd. So the whole purpose of this call is to prepare ourselves leading up to Skanda Shasti. And if when we come together as a group and when we are chanting together, we create a lot of power. So that power helps us to elevate our consciousness and puts us in an awakened state. So with that, so more people means more power. And so with that, let me see. With that introduction, I will just give few more minutes for many people to join here, and I welcome the people who are here. I see Millie Ramona. Thank you for being here. Liliana, thank you. Instante Creativo is also here. Katina Norman is here. Angela Chen, welcome. Evelyn Wong, welcome to this call. Sue King, Thea Argos, and Of course, Judy Angle is here to give us the support here on chat. So thank you, Judy, for your services. Also, I want to thank Arjun, who is giving the tech support here on chat. So thank you for that, Arjun. And also, let me know where you're all from. I see some people are from Malaysia, and some are from Serbia and Singapore. That's nice to know. Yeah. So how is everyone feeling after 2 nights of chat? Let me know, chant, because I like to know how much power you feel coming to these calls, because there is a lot of power we get here when we chant together, and especially if there are 100 people chanting 108 times chant to Muruga, then a lot of power. We are creating a lot of power here. So there will be a rise in our consciousness. We will feel different. We will, our thoughts will change. The minute our thoughts change, you will know that you're going to be doing something different in a very happy way, and in a very enjoyable way, that you may not have recognized it. So there are a lot of things happening on this call. So on this call again, the what happens, on these calls, the goal of this call is to really get our brain awakened, because Dr. Pillai says whatever problems we have in our life, whether it's a relationship problem or a health problem or a money problem, blame it on the brain, Dr. Pillai says. And the brain is responsible for all the pain and the suffering we go through in our lives. So how do we do that? Well, the sound Muruga itself will help us to get into that awakened state. And Dr. Pillai says the word of Muruga is itself enough. If you just, even if you call on Muruga even once, the entire brain gets activated. But, we are, living with only 5% of our brain, being activated. And the 95% of the brain is not activated. So Dr. Pillai says, especially when we come together as a group, and then when we chant together, if we bring in especially more people, that's why I'll ask you to invite a number of people, especially, your friends or your relatives or your family, whoever is there, invite them, ask them to join you in these chanting calls, because you don't have to tell them anything why they should join. So tell them to be just open and be receptive and be there and just chant, and then see what happens. The reason being, our 95% of the brain that was not activated becomes activated. The entire brain gets activated when we chant Muruga. And to solve all our relationship problems, our health problems, our diseases, our financial problems, Dr. Pillai says we have to get our third eye activated. So, who can do that for us? It is Lord Muruga. And Muruga is able, when the minute we call on the word Muruga, Dr. Pillai says Muruga will come and he will descend into the brain. So we have to believe in it that he will come and he will descend into the brain and he will activate our entire brain as well as open our third eye. So in addition to that, Muruga, when he comes, he Muruga is, and also to know more about Muruga is a god of, he's a Pleiades, and he is well known in Tamil Nadu, and he is the god for the Tamilians, and also he's worshipped in other countries like Ceylon and Malaysia. Ceylon is Sri Lanka, and also in Malaysia. So, Muruga has is the son of Shiva and Parvati, and he was also born for a reason, for a purpose, because he had to fight the demons that were really giving problems to the gods as well as the human beings. And so they had to make Lord Shiva to do that, to create Muruga. And also, Parvati was also a part in helping birth Muruga. So now coming, so that is the mythology, how Muruga was born, and also how we can birth Muruga in our consciousness. So whenever we call on Muruga, Dr. Pillai says, we are birthing Muruga in our brain. We are awakening our brain. So who is this Muruga? So going before, I will go into the story, into the mythology after we finish chanting. So before, we go into meditation a little bit and also into chanting, I will give you a little about Muruga. So Muruga came out of 6 sparks of from Lord Shiva's third eye, and he was called Muruga, and he had 6 faces that represents the 6 parts of our brain. So he was called Shanmuga, meaning Shan means 6 in Sanskrit and Muga means face. So if you see here, he has 6 faces and 12 arms. So he is called Shanmugan. So that is the, so when we call on Muruga, he will come and he will activate all the 6 parts of our brain. So so Dr. Pillai also says that Muruga is not just, in a form that we see, but he can also be birthed in our physiology, in our anatomy, through the technology he has given to us. So the technology is to visualize Lord Muruga descending into our body in a light form. Muruga does not have, a body like we have. He has a light body. And he is a red colored complexion god. And so when we visualize, we have, he represents the red color. He represents the red light. So when we visualize the red light during meditation, lot of changes will happen in our anatomy, in our physiology, in our body, in our consciousness, in every cell of our body. And our entire brain gets activated. So that's how powerful the sounds are. The name itself is powerful. Even if you don't chant the mantra, if you call on Muruga, 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 the power is in the name. So, calling on God itself is enough to bring in the God into our anatomy, into our physiology, into our physical body, into every cell of our body to activate it. So, so that is a brief introduction, and we are preparing. Actually, we are preparing our body, our mind, and our soul also when we come together every day as a group and we are raising our consciousness. So when we call on Muruga, he will come and fight the demon for us because he was born for a purpose. And he will come and fight the demons for us who are actually the demons are our relationship problems, our money problems, and our health problems. And those problems are located in 6 different centers in the spine, and they are called chakras, like I have arranged here. And Muruga, uses, he cannot, Muruga cannot just, do like just like that and come and fight the demons. His power is in the weapon called the veil, and I have put some petals. They represent different chakras that is located in our spine. So I will talk a little more about the veil when after we finish the chanting. So all we will do now is we will just visualize. I will call on Lord Ganesha to remove obstacles. Then I'll call on Babaji. And then we will pray to Muruga. And then we will go straight into chanting. So I will lead you with some visualization so you can actually birth Muruga in your third eye. So let's all get started. Close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. Inhale and fill your abdomen with air, with oxygen. Hold it. And then exhale out through both the nostrils. Again, do it one more time to inhale. Take a deep breath. Hold it. And then exhale out through the nostrils. Now, if you have a picture of Muruga or a small statue like I have here that I am showing, hold it in your hand. Or if you have veil, that's fine too. You can hold the veil in your hand. Now close your eyes. Imagine the Muruga that you are holding in your palm or the veil in your palm is shining like millions of suns. Your palm is filled with this divine light, like you are holding a ball of light that is luminous and shining like millions of suns. It is a celestial light that is filled with heat and light. The statue or the veil that you're holding is light and it is filled with heat. So generate the heat by moving your attention to the statue or the veil that you are holding in your palm. And see the light glowing in your palm. Now we will call on Ganesha. We will say, Ganesha. Visualize now Ganesha right in front of you. He has an elephant face, a pot belly, and a mouse as a vehicle. Ganesha, we are making this prayer to you. Please come. Give us the power to remove all our blocks, to remove all our obstacles, for us to be focused. Give us your blessings and your divine support to help us all focused, to raise our consciousness, to experience your brother Muruga, who will be coming and giving his help with awakening of our third eye and help us command into a new reality. We also want to experience the activation of the 6 centers in the spine. So give us your blessing, Ganesha, for the things that we are asking now. Now we will call on Babaji, who is our spiritual teacher, a Siddha who knows how to work with these divine beings. We will call on Babaji as Shiva Sadguru Babaji. We ask you for your divine guidance and experience. Give us your blessings to help us see changes in our brain and in the spine that will influence our emotions and feelings in the form of miracles. Now we will visualize Muruga in a light body in our palm. So feel the heat. You must be feeling some heat in the palm while you're holding the veil or the statue in your hand, or even a picture will do. So we will invite Muruga now with the sound Muruga, Muruga, Muruga. Muruga, Muruga, Muruga. We call on you. Get into our brain. Visualize Muruga in a light body. He is holding the veil that is so luminous and shining like millions of suns. His whole body is luminous and is so bright. He is now descending into your body, into the top of our brain. Feel it. He now touches your top of your head and he lands his feet on your head. Feel it. Now there is so much red light all around you, and this red light is penetrating your brain. All parts of the brain are soaked with red light. Fill your brain with this red light. This red light is getting into your face, into your eyes, into your nostrils, ears, mouth, throat, shoulders, arms, chest, abdomen, thighs, knees, and ankles, and your feet and your toes. So fill your body with this red light. Go deep into to see the red light penetrating the deeper parts of the tissue and be absorbed in the red light. This red light can do miracles for us. Now I will play the audio that is about 27 minutes long. Keep the visualization going and don't get distracted. You can chant it aloud, or you can just listen, or you can enjoy the music, dance along, do whatever calls you to do. And I will see you after the chant. So enjoy chanting, calling on Muruga.
Om Murugaya Namaha. 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 Murugaya Namaha. Om 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 Murugaya
Slowly, slowly come out of chanting. We will express our gratitude to Dr. Pillai for giving these sounds to chant every day to bring in immediate changes in our consciousness, to awaken the brain and open the third eye. Also, we will thank Pillai Center team and also the other teachers who are going to help during these calls for us to experience the transformation together. So now you can share your experiences while you are here, and I will share mythotherapy about Muruga. So please, as you are listening, share your experiences, how you felt, about the entire thing, how these chants are helping you. Does it help you to see things in a different way? Do you feel the activation in the brain? Because that's the whole idea of calling on Muruga, because Muruga represents third eye, he represents wisdom, he represents super intelligence. And the reason why Muruga came, he was created here, there was a purpose behind it. As you all know, Muruga came out of the third eye of Lord Shiva as 6 sparks. And he was created for a reason. The mythology goes that Sati, who, who killed herself, and after that Shiva went into deep meditation because Sati was not there in another lifetime, and he could not bear the loss of separation from Sati. So he went into deep meditation for thousands of years. So when he did that, the gods and the human beings were being troubled by the demons. These demons are asuras like Tarakasura or Surapadma. There were so many different asuras. They were gaining power by meditating on Shiva or on Brahma or on Vishnu and getting the power to fight the gods, win gods, take over their lokas, and rule their lokas with their own greed and ego. And it was causing a lot of pain and suffering for gods and as well as the human beings. So seeing this, the god of gods, the Indra, did not know what to do. They tried to find a strategy how to end Tarakasura's life. They went, so the gods, all the gods went to God Indra and asked, what should we do now? How do we end this, torment, this asura who is terrorizing our lives every day, taking away their, not only taking away their possessions, but also killing them. They were afraid to even be, alive. So that being the case, the reason why these things happen is because the asuras gain power by getting boons from Lord Shiva or from Brahma or from Krishna or from Vishnu. Tarakasura had obtained the boon from Lord Brahma that cannot be killed by anyone other than the child of Shiva. Well, Shiva lives a very ascetic life. He lives in, he is very much into meditation. He's meditating all the time. He is in deep meditation and he cannot be disturbed. So the gods were trying to find a way, how do we get Shiva to wake up to create a baby? So then they think of a plan. They say, let's go to God of Kama. Kama is who? He is the god of desire. So they ask Kama to go wake Shiva from deep meditation. Kama, as usual, he's called as, maybe in English, it's called as Cupid, or in Sanskrit, he's called Manmata. He was a very handsome looking god, filled with, and had a love for his wife, full of desires, love, and he loved his wife so much. So they thought he is the best god to bring in here, to bring that love and get Shiva out of meditation. So they make him go into the cave where Shiva is meditating. And then when Kama, the Cupid or the Manmata, comes before Shiva, he does not know. He's kind of in shock. Oh my God, how am I going to awaken Shiva now? He is in deep meditation. If he wakes up, if he does something to him, what happens? Shiva will get furious. He'll get angry, and he will destroy anything that is in front of him. But Kama, the god Kama or Cupid, takes a chance. He starts shooting the arrows of flowers. That is his weapon. And then he uses the power of the five elements like Agni, water, air, space, and fire. So he uses all those five elements to shoot his arrow of flowers into the third eye of Lord Shiva. And then what happens? He's able to awaken Lord Shiva. And he wakes up, and he does not open his eyes, Lord Shiva, but he sees through the third eye, and he sees the god Kama of Kama shooting arrows at him. He really gets angry and he sends sparks of light. This spark burns Kama down. He's burnt into ashes. And then, with the help of third eye, Lord Shiva looks to his side and he sees Parvati, who has born again as Parvati, as Sati in the previous incarnation. He is kind of in love. He brings that, he puts him in a state of love. So, having the third eye awakened and generating heat and sending sparks of light, and at the same time being in company with Parvati, he is emanating love. And these sparks of light, they come out as six sparks of light. And then Lord Agni, who was there, he tries to hold the six sparks of light in his hand. He could not hold it, it was too hot. So he immediately gives it to Lord Ganga, who is water, and she thought that she would be able to carry this fire, these six sparks of fire with her. But she was also unable to do that. So she goes and deposits into the forest of reeds, and there the speaks into as in on six lotuses. So those six sparks of light becomes the seed, and these seeds are taken care of by six damsels in that in the place called Sharavana Bhava. So So this all happened in the forest of reeds called Sharavanabhava, and the seeds of the light was deposited on 6 lotuses. So there, in the place of Sharavanabhava, the 6 seeds that were deposited on the 6 lotuses was taken care of by damsels called Kritikas. And then they all wanted to care for these 6 seeds, and then these 6 seeds they become babies. And then these babies were called as Kartikeya. So this is how Muruga got many names. So in the beginning, he was called Shanmukha because he had 6 faces, and now he is called as Kartikeya because he was brought up by Kritikas. And these mothers, they took good care of the babies, 6 babies. And while they were taking care, there were so much love for these kritika. The kritikas had so much love for Muruga. The Parvati somehow comes to know about these babies because she was not with these babies. So she comes to this place, Sharavana Baba, and sees all the 6 babies looking so beautiful, so handsome, so beautifully clothed. She falls in love and she holds all the 6 babies in her arms, and then she transforms them into one body and with 6 faces and calls him Shanmukha. So that's how he gets that name Shanmukha. And then this Shanmukha, is very powerful. She knows that there is a reason why he was born. So who says that Lord uh, uh, Lord Brahma then tells Parvati and also Muruga the significance of this Skanda Shasti, why he was born and why Parvati had to be reborn again. The reason and the purpose being to fight with Tarakasura, who had taken the boon that he will not be killed by anyone other than the child of Lord Shiva. So, even though this task seemed to be impossible to get Shiva to be in love with Parvati and to have a child, for us also in life, lot of problems may seem impossible for us. But when we birth in Muruga and when we have that power, we can really awaken that consciousness within us, the opening of the third eye, and we can command a new reality. And there is so much to that story. If you find that story, there is a lot, there are so many versions. But here I'm taking just the essence of it to understand the significance of Skanda Shashti here. And also, uh, Parvati, there was a reason why Parvati was with Muruga, because she knew that Muruga could not fight the demons just like that. So she transforms herself into a whale, and then Muruga gets the whale and holds the psychic weapon. So the whale is the instrument to fight the demons, to kill the demons, to eradicate all our problems in life. So when we hold on to the whale, it cuts out our negativity, and it also keeps the negative people away from you. So it is very, very important either to have this. So because it will erase all our karmas, and it will transform our brain, and he will also open the third eye, because this represents the our spine is called the shaft, and the this triangular part represents our brain, our third eye, our pineal gland, and the tip of the whale represents the top of our brain. So by piercing the lemon, we are actually killing or removing the demons and busting our karma. So if we do this practice, the whale worship, actually they say whale worship is often regarded more important than the worship of Muruga statue. So there are so many temples where there are only whale kept, and the whale is worshipped. But here in this call, we visualize the entire Muruga as red light. And when we do that, there will be a lot of changes happening, because I know even there are people who might be using in therapies the red light therapy, and you might have experienced many changes in your physical body. So let me know in chat how everything went for, and maybe I will read everything now. Feroz is saying, emanating from the veil into my third eye and palms, and Muruga's feet in red light spectrum, stepping on our brain, going to hold that thought while chanting. Great, that's the way to go. Yeah, I might have found some little bit difficulty in really articulating those words, because I already have within me, and sometimes it's kind of, I have to connect myself. I hope you all get it. You understand, you're immediately able to get into that state of consciousness to experience, because we don't have that much time here to go into detail everything, but to really get into it. If people have little bit of difficulty understanding, maybe the people who are writing here in chat can help each other out, so that we get into that state of consciousness immediately to be in touch with Muruga. So that's the whole idea here, to really experience it during these calls. So thank you, Feroz, for your comments. Felicia Bale is saying here he is clearing stubborn blocks and karmas, heavy emotions to clear the path for me to experience the blessings of Skanda Shasti. The sound Muruga hits my third eye directly and churning it such a force. Great, great way to go. Wonderful to hear that experience. So keep doing your work with Muruga. So Saroja is saying, excellent teacher. Thanks a lot to Guruji and everyone. Great. Thank you for sharing that. Pranav is saying, please explain red light therapy. What is that? Thank you. Yeah, if you Google in red light therapy, there are a lot of studies done on that. And red light, you can actually purchase the red light also instrument. They come in various price points. So read about it, do some research. It has helped a lot of people, healing a lot of diseases, especially relate with women, and also related to bones, and then also people who are athletes. It has helped them, especially if you're playing tennis or swimming. It has helped a lot of Olympic athletes too. So check that out and see if if that can be the choice for you to use the red light. Or otherwise, you have to be in the sun, to be in the evening, a sunrise or sunset, the first hour, to be in that infrared light. So the red light is actually near infrared light that has lot of healing properties. Sushmita is saying, Padmaji, in one hand we are surrendering and saying, help me. On check other hand, we are saying, I'm awakened, a warrior. How does this work? Can you Yeah, surrendering. Yeah, we have to let go. We have to surrender our demons. If we are going to hold on to those demons, our demons are what? Our negativity, our all the thoughts that we have around relationship or money issue or money problems. We have scarcity consciousness or poverty consciousness. We have relationship issues where we find it difficult to get along with others, or we have health issues like diseases or cancer, or it can be anything, any diseases. So we have to surrender that disease first. So they are our demons. When we surrender, then and ask, calling on God to help you, then you get awakened, because you allowed yourself to be awakened into a new consciousness, because you allowed Muruga to come with the, using those sounds to help you. So you may not feel it immediately, but as you continue to keep doing these practices, there will be changes in you. Things will change, but you have to allow yourself. Allowing yourself means surrendering whatever you have, and not thinking about it, but giving to the Lord Muruga, and then asking him to help you with these problems. Then only you will feel awakened. Otherwise, how will you know that you are awakened, unless you have given all these problems to Lord? So that's the way to go. I hope I helped you, Sushmita, with this question. Then Shu is saying some childhood memories arise and the emotions was being released through tears. Towards the end, I feel deep sense of peace and more meditativeness. Thank you, Lord Muruga Babaji. Yes, see, it's already happening. That the red light, visualization of the red light will really help with anything. It can help. It will change. It will shift our consciousness. You have to believe in that. So, childhood memories or our traumas, our karmas that is deeply embedded in our brain, and then bringing that red light and visualizing the red light will help to heal all those emotions. So Shu, thank you for being in that focus. You felt that peace. So the peace means that you were able to fight those demons with the help of these sounds, and the sound, the word Muruga, will bring in that energy, will bring in that power to conquer that trauma or the karma that has been deeply embedded in the brain. So this is how the technology works. So if we a little bit understand a little bit here and there, and asking questions will really help you to get to a next level tomorrow, knowing and understanding your life, where it is going and where you want to go. So this is what is called as awakening the third eye. So when we give our problems and surrender to Muruga and lay it at his feet, lay everything at his feet, and then visualizing Muruga descending into your brain, and then visualizing him landing on the top of your brain and feeling his light, his luminous light getting into your brain, will release the karma. Allow yourself to release it. Say, I am allowing everything today to Muruga to come and release that karma that you have been holding on. Tears may come because you will feel his compassion, his love for human beings. So Indira is saying, I don't have Muruga statue. Can I do with Shiva or Kala Bhairava? No, you should have Muruga, because Muruga, tomorrow I'll go into another part of Muruga. It's better to have it's if you don't have a picture, download it and keep it, and use it. That will work. Or if you can draw it, you draw it yourself. So that's the best way to do it. And then one day you may actually manifest Muruga in your hands. You will. If you are visualizing light, if you don't have a veil, visualize light, the veil in the form of a light, and then that light will become matter, because we live on the earth plane, and that light will become matter, and you will have veil in your hand one day. All we have to do is believe in it, that the light will become matter. So that's the way to work with this technology, and that's why I give you meditations like this. So it becomes, it changes us everything. um So Nana is saying, thank you so much for your guidance and teachings. Blessings to you always. Thank you so much. So now, with that going into tonight is the last day to register for Muruga's initiation and do the proxy rituals, and then also to do the interactive fire labs. I think the course, I'm not sure exactly. So the course has all the details, and also you will get the direct initiation from Dr. Pillai on the final day of Skanda Shasti. So tonight is the last day to register for this program. So at 12 midnight Pacific Daylight Time, the early bird ends. So you may save up to $100. So please look into it, read about it, and see how Muruga can come. Ask Muruga. We have to really ask Muruga, and we have to pray to him to say, Muruga, come and do this for me. I really want you to help me with these things in my life. So even you really call on him and do these practices, things will change, and that's how it changed for me too. So that's the way. I think I covered everyone here. Yes, Siu King is saying, great. My right hand with the mini left Muruga felt like having acupuncture then, or red light heals my body. Grateful. Thanks to Dr. Pillai Muruga, the divine Padma, for being so. Thank you for sharing that, Siu King. Sushmita is saying, last year after the chanting with you and Sucharita, I felt emotions about certain karma softened. I'm not thinking why did it happen to me? Yeah, so the karma was diffused. So the sounds will do it for you, and also the divine being will do it for you. So that's how it works. So once you know the technology, how it works, you will be in a good place, and you don't want to miss coming to these calls. You want to be here because you want to see changes, you want to become free, and then you want to help not only yourself, but you want to help your family, help others in the community, and help the world too. So with that, I like to thank everyone for being here, for joining this call, and for your participation. May you have a enjoyable, restful night or day wherever you are, and I will see you again tomorrow at same time. Until then, let Muruga be with us. God bless everyone. Namaste.